Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Today is Friday the 13th. Wow. September 13th, 2024. Friday the 13th, if y'all believe in all that. But lately we having bad luck every damn day. It don't take Friday the 13th. This whole last 4 years been a nightmare on Elm Street, if you know what I mean. So anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Now I want to show y'all, when I say I'm supporting somebody for president, that I'm basing it on policy and not emotion and how I like the person, I don't like them, they this, they that, and the other. No, I'm looking at ideas. What kind of ideas are you coming up with? What type of policy are you coming up with that's going to get this economy rolling? Do you have good ideas? And if you do, how about you tell us about your ideas? That would help. Tell us how you're going to do what you say you're going to do. Okay? That's both candidates. Don't just say what you, how are you going to do it? Tell me your ideas. Let me listen to them. Let me analyze them. Let me think, will that work? Will that won't work? And then I form my decision based on what your ideas are that you're telling me. So therefore, let's look at some ideas.
Some of the top economists in our country and in the world have reviewed these plans. Goldman Sachs, for example, has said that my plan would grow our economy and his plan would shrink the economy, that his plan would reignite inflation and send us into a recession by the middle of next year.
That is Vice President Harris saying Goldman Sachs endorses her economic plan, but the company's CEO is debunking.
Now pay attention. They said her plan would grow the economy, his would shrink it. And that his plan would take us into a recession or depression, what have you. She's lying. Just listen to the man out of his own mouth. He didn't say nothing about no recession. She added that. She lied. And the amount that she's talking about is a very small percentage. Both plans are about the same so far.
Bunking that claim. Cheryl Casoni from our sister network Fox Business here with the details. Hey, Cheryl.
Hey, good morning to you, Todd. And I will tell you what, Vice President Harris obviously first made that claim about Goldman Sachs endorsing her economic plan at the debate, obviously, on Tuesday night. She continued saying it at a rally in North Carolina yesterday. But the company's CEO, David Solomon, he says that the analysis that she's referring to is not as big of a deal as she's making it for them.
I think a lot more has been made of this than should be. What the report did is it looked at a handful of policy issues that have been put out by both sides, and it tried to model their impact on GDP growth. And the reason I say a bigger deal's been made of it is what it showed is the difference between the sets of policies that they put forward was about 0.2%.
So that's David Solomon, again, CEO of Goldman Sachs. So the original analysis said that a Harris victory could result in a very slight boost to GDP, while a Trump victory could see a slight decline in GDP based on their proposed policies. Harris's economic plan includes child tax credit increases, price gouging bans, housing assistance, and no taxes on tips. Solomon did add that there's no guarantee that these policies that Harris and Trump proposed, which as economists used in the report, would actually be implemented. So, and look, those margins, those numbers were so small. So when you come out and say, I've got this endorsement, it was a little disingenuous for her to kind of phrase it that way or present it that way.
Also, and a fun fact, David Solomon is a DJ in his spare time. So if you can't believe a DJ, who can you believe, Cheryl Casoni? From DJ to DJT, former president announcing new plan.
So, the head of Goldman Sachs, who she said endorsed her, just came out and said, no, he didn't. And that her so-called plan and his plan, talking about Trump too, they looked at both of them. They only looked at a handful of policies, not everything. And they based on GDP, gross domestic product. That ain't got nothing to do with whether the economy gonna boom and whether or not they can get those policies through anyway. And the percentage point was so small that you wouldn't know. They were basically neck and neck. Hers wasn't no better than his. His wasn't no better than hers. So far, with the few policies that they looked at.
Plan to end all taxes on overtime.
Yeah, and I'm wondering how soon it's going to take for Kamala Harris to pick up on this one, because it's a very good idea and it does appeal to workers. So former President Trump did announce he's going to end all taxes on overtime pay if elected. Watch.
We will end all taxes on overtime. You know what that means? Think of that. That gives people more of an incentive to work. People who work overtime are among the hardest working citizens in our country. And for too long, no one in Washington has been looking out for them.
And Trump is also proposing to reduce the corporate tax rate to 15%. Right now, we're sitting at 21%. Also, tariffs on products made overseas, no tax on tips, which was that proposal that Harris picked up on. Remember, he was out in Nevada when he first brought that one to our attention. And then also Social Security benefits as well. So, look, a Harris Waltz spokesperson called out the proposed overtime plan, says there's only one candidate in this race who will actually fight for workers. That is Vice President Kamala Harris. But again, another good idea that appeals to the working class.
And another example of Kamala Harris continuing to talk in platitudes and Donald Trump saying specifically, I'm going to do A, B, C, D. See what happens in the next 53 days. Don't miss Cheryl Casoni hosting Mornings with Maria. Cheryl, as always, thank you.
All right.
I'm Steve.
So now, instead of coming with good speeches, accusations, racist, bigot, and talking about the character, instead of coming with good speeches, I like somebody to come with some policy. Tell me what you're going to do. How you going to do it. You know how much that will help to not tax your overtime pay? You work your ass off, you get to 40 hours. And anybody that's ever worked overtime, they tax your overtime even more than they tax your regular pay. Y'all know that, right? So just imagine all that overtime money, no tax. How many more people gonna want to work overtime? How many people gonna want to work hard instead of saying, man, it's been time where I had jobs that paid overtime, and I was like, man, I ain't working overtime, they ain't gonna do it, take all of it. I remember saying that to myself, they ain't gonna do it, take it. I don't want no overtime. They're gonna tax the hell out of me. Now just imagine they're not taxing your time and a half or triple time, whatever you're making overtime. Talking about helping the economy, more money in your pocket, more incentive, more drive to want to work harder now. When they ask you want to work some overtime, hell yeah. No tax on it. On your time and a half. You know, some people get just as much overtime as they get regular time. You know how much money that is? And I wanted to play this because he came out with it first. I guarantee you she gonna come later on with the same thing. She stole the tax on tips idea. No tax on tips. When she was the one who voted for the tax on tips, now she claiming after he said he wasn't gonna tax tips. That's when she come now. She talking about that's part of my plan, no tax on tips. Go back and look in the Senate on the vote. It was a tiebreaker, which she's the tiebreaker, being the vice president. Joe Biden's tax plan was the tax tips. Republicans were against it, Democrats were for it. It was a tie vote. She voted for tax on tips. Now she's saying she's against it. Well, if she was against it, why did she vote for it? Quick question. If she was against tax on tips like she is now, she flip-flops. If she don't like tax on tips, why did she vote for it? It wouldn't be no tax on tips if she would have voted against it. There wouldn't even be an issue. It wouldn't even be a discussion. She could have ended it. She had the power, when the folks say she the vice president, she can't do it. She had the power to not tax tips. But she did it anyway. But now, Trump said he gonna remove the tax on tips. Everybody said that's a good idea. Now here she comes. No tax on tips. I can't stand her. because she's so fake. And I can't believe, well, yes, I can. I would say I can't believe y'all can't see through her act, but yes, I can. Because you're looking at her like this. That's why you can't see it. Her supporters I'm talking about. So now here we hear Trump saying he gonna do no tax on overtime pay. Let's see how long it's gonna take before she come say the same thing. She a sucker MC, like they say back in the day. Remember them sucker MCs in the hip hop industry? She be biting. She biting Trump's rhymes. Kamala Harris is a sucker MC. Sucker MC. Y'all remember that? Your old head, hip hop head. She biting off Trump's plans. That's what she doing. She ain't got no ideas, y'all. But hey, I'm gonna give this fella a few more videos. And I know a lot, I know some of y'all want me to talk politics, but I'm getting burnt out on it, y'all. I'm sick of it. I want to get back to some other thing. I ain't gonna leave politics alone completely, but I need a break from it. I know some people tired of me talking politics, and guess what? I'm with them. I'm tired of talking politics. It's getting on my damn nerves. I'm tired of looking up and down my timeline on Facebook with the Kamala Harris supporters. I got too many on the block, all of them, so I just gotta like bear with it. Cause I love going on Facebook because I get content from Facebook. But all my damn Facebook friends are Democrats, and I gotta look at this bullshit all day long. And then turn around and talk about politics. I'm burnt out on politics, y'all. Let me just say this. No matter who wins, Kamala or Trump, I'm pulling for America. May God bless America. Take care of us, America. I don't care about Trump or Kamala. I care about America, where we live. We done been through too much. From the beginning of the country to now, through slavery, Jim Crow, world wars, civil wars, you name it. To get to where we are now, to finally make it this far. We've come a long way as a country. We ain't perfect, never have been, never will be, but we've come a long way. I'm proud of this country. This is the best country on the planet. If you don't like it, dip. Everybody get their passports anyway now, right? Get your passport, bro, and get the hell out of here if you hate America. That's just as simple. I'm not that guy. So I want what's best for the country. I don't have a favorite candidate, a favorite politician. I have a favorite country. This is my favorite country. This is where I live. This is where my mama live, my daddy live, my sisters, cousins, brothers, everybody that I love live here. And I don't want it to go nowhere. For nobody, Kamala or Trump. So whoever, I just want the best for America. I ain't got nothing personal against nobody, either candidate. It ain't personal. I have worked too hard. Y'all have worked too hard to sit back and watch the country go down the drain like it's doing. We've been through too much to turn back now. We've overcome too much, dealt with too much. Like I said, slavery, Civil War, American Revolution, you name it. We've been there and done that, and we've made it through it all. We cannot now, in this day and time, no matter who you support, as far as the candidate, whether you like Harris or Trump, I don't care. All I care about is, do you love America? Do you want what's best for the country? Even if you got the wrong idea, even if you think Kamala is best for the country, if that's what you really think, then I'm okay with you. But if you just voting on and you just voting on first black woman, this, that, and the other, no ideas, no policy, that's when I got a problem with you. But if I ask you a question, why you voting for her or him, and you can't give me good policy idea, I don't like you. Even if you're voting for Trump, and I ask you why you voting for Trump, and you can't tell me policy, I don't like you. If you vote for Harris, and I ask you why you vote for Harris, and you tell me, well, I hate Trump. He's a racist, and this, that. I can't rock with you. You can't tell me specific policy idea of why you voting for Harris. I got no respect for you. Now, if you vote for Harris and you say, I like her idea on this, they say the housing thing, $25,000, even though it's a bad idea, but the fact that you quoting policy, I respect you if you support Harris. If you say she said she gonna do this for the cap on insulin, if you come up with policy she stated as to why you supporting Harris, I got love for you. You love America. But if you just voting for her or him just based on ideology, I'm a Republican, I'm a Democrat, she's first black woman, I can't rock with you. So I don't hate Democrats as long as the Democrats love America. I don't hate Republicans as long as you love America. If you don't love this country, I got a problem with you. I don't care who your party is. Because I look at it, if you're a Democrat but you love America, you're still an American. You're just a Democrat. I don't hate you. I was once a Democrat, but I loved the country. I just thought I was on the right side. That was best for the country. That's what I thought. But I didn't hate America when I was a Democrat. I thought the Democrats were better for America than the Republicans were, but I was wrong. Both of them are bad for America in certain areas, and some of them are good. Democrats got good ideas too. This woman don't. Republicans got good ideas too. Not many of them. That's why I'm an independent. I can look at both sides, take the good with the bad on both sides. That's how you love this country. That's who I want to rock with. If you don't love America, get the hell on. I don't care what party you're from. Get it, got it, good, bye.